Hello, peoples. Welcome back to another episode of World of Warcraft Dungeon Progression Challenge. Today is episode 21. We have reached the Auchenai. It has been exploded. Darn. Well, let's get this over with. We're gonna run Mana Tombs and Auchenai Crypts today. Now, there are 4 dungeons in here. One to the north, west, one to the east, and one to the south. Mana Tombs is to the north, Auchenai Crypts is to the west, east is... I forget, south is Sethic... no, alright, east is Sethic Halls, south is Shadow Labyrinth. Yes, now I remember. And you can also walk into the room just before the portal and it'll, basically tell you the name, obviously, and you can look at the NPCs and get an idea of where you are that way. So, Mana Tombs. This one is also the one of the Burning Crusade Time Walking dungeons. But that just ended last week. Oh, you go away. Well, never mind, you might have loot for me. Actually, these scavengers, no, not the scavengers, the raiders. You can think of the raiders like warriors in that they will charge you and stun you, and that really sucks and it's a pain in the butt. So the first boss is here right away. However, you want to clear the whole room first. Unless you're feeling brave, because once you pull the boss, everything in the room pulls with the boss, including all the raiders that like to charge me. And kill them all at once. Maybe I'll get loots. Nope. Couple gold, I'll take that. Next room, there's a lot in here, but most groups usually stick to or hug the right wall here. And you only have to pull 1 or 2 extra patrols or a group. Actually, let me check for loot. I have to really get into the habit of killing things after I reach a boss or in bigger groups, because that saves time. So next one you come to, next room. Well, whatever. Next place you come to is here. It's a C-shaped room. Crescent Hall, obviously, C-shaped. And at the end you'll fight the next boss, who is called Tavarok. He does Earthquake, which stuns all nearby players for a few seconds, and does a targeted stun that deals slow damage over time to one player. Stop that fear. Oh geez, line of sight please. Someone is summoning arcane fiends. Money, leather boots, more arcane fiends, finally. Anything else? Oh, and these stalkers, they are like rogues. They will gouge the tank, causing all other mobs who have been aggroed onto the tank to focus the next players on their threat list. Priority list? Threat table? Threat table sounds right. But, the next most threatening player to them. So then you come through another 2 rooms, identical to this. Some patrols, you can stick to one side and try not to pull all of them. This Nexus Terror, though, the big wraith thing, he casts a fear, so you want to sort of focus him down or careful of where he is, because if he fears a player into a group of mobs that have not been aggroed, then you'll be pulling more stuff, and that's kind of bad generally.
I can't do that yet.
Spellbinder. One of these also casts a polymorph on a player, so healer, try to dispel that. I think that's it.
You must forgive me, but I was not expecting.
As you approach the final boss room, Nexus Prince Shafar,
But no matter.
he says, "Hey, welcome. Prepare to die," or something like that. Oh, and this room. This room also pulls all the trash if you pull the boss before clearing it. Watch. Oh no, everything's coming after me. So Nexus Prince Shafar is pretty easy. He just summons some ethereal beacons, which, if left alone, summon little ethereal spellcasters. And really the only other thing to deal with is him casting frostbolts and things at the party. And he blinks around and also casts Frost Nova to root you in place and really kind of annoy you. Right, that was super fast. Next place is Auchenai Crypts. Oh yeah, the shortcut out of here is just straight ahead. Auchenai Crypts doesn't have one, sadly. Invisible barrier. And here you are, back at the entrance. Okay, let's do Auchenai Crypts. Auchenai Crypts is the west portal.
It's too far away.
Here we go. And it was too far away to jump the first time. This is a short dungeon, I'd say. Well, it feels long because it's a long walk and there's no shortcut back out. Oh well. There's only 2 bosses in here. Shirak the Dread Watcher and Exarch Maladar. You may recognize him from Warlords of Draenor. Now, I think every one of these mobs summons, after a few seconds, a ghost or spirit of some kind. So, if you are thinking it'll be awesome to pull 6 at once, then you're really kind of pulling 12 at once. And it's really a mess if you're running this at level, and you run in and that's the first thing the tank wants to do. So try not to do that. Line of sight behind this staircase. Hey, why did those guys pull? They weren't that close. Oh well. They're pulled now. Money, cloth, some bread. Eat bread, it's good for you. Me? What do I eat? Sleeper sushi. Yum. That's also kind of good for you. Pickled eel. Gross. I really wouldn't eat that, but my warrior does. For crits. And, you know, most people eat Savage Feast. Or Feast of Blood, which sounds really gross. Why don't they call it Meaty Feast? Meatsy Feast. I had Meatza Feast pizzas from Domino's the other day. Very yummy. Oh, why am I running over here? I guess habit. So the quest giver comes out. Really unusual since they're not found at the start of the dungeon. Basically tell you to go, I think, kill a certain number of mobs, or defeat Dread Watcher, or defeat Maladar, one of those. If it's not one of those quests, that quest is given by the one at the start of the dungeon. Now on this bridge, there are like stealthed raging spirits or something. Here it is, Raging Soul. They will do a knockback to you. Somehow. Through a cast or low on health or something. And you can fall off this. I don't think there's a bottom. It doesn't look like it. So Shirak the Dread Watcher. He has a passive ability. Strength, agility, Hey, an upgrade. Well, say goodbye to my 3-set bonus. How does this look? Not bad. It's like the Paladin Soulforge set. Shirak has a stacking passive debuff that stacks higher the closer you are to him, and it just decreases casting time and maybe attack speed? Cast speed. Yeah. And it also does focus fire, which highlights a player, and after a few seconds he sends a volley of fireballs or shots or something at that player, so make sure you stand away from those marked locations. And if you are marked, run away from other players so that they don't get hit by it and they can just stand perfectly still and keep doing what they're doing. It's especially important for, hey, new pattern. It's especially important for a healer not to get hit by it, because with the slowed cast times, it would really suck to be 3 seconds in and have to move, and really that's a lot of time wasted. So here's the final room. A lot of skeletons. They're low on health, so they can be easily AoE'd down by pretty much anyone in the group. But the main mobs are the Auchenai Necromancers. 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one is down back on this wall. Smash. Skeletons don't drop any loot. Purple Smoke Flare. I have an engineer, actually. I'll give that to him. And final boss, Exarch Maladar. He summons something when he's low on health. Avatar. Avatar of the Martyred. I think he has his own loot table. Nope, just a cloth. Dark Guard face mask. Don't recognize it. It might have the same model as some rogue tier, I'm not sure. Well, this has been, what is it? So Auchenai Crypts. Ooh, I have to run all the way back for no reason. Episode 21 of World of Warcraft Dungeon Progression. World of Warcraft Dungeon Progression Challenge. So, if you like this video, leave a like, lets me know what people want to see, and if you want to follow along with the series, or anything else on my channel, you can subscribe as well. Okay, next time, I haven't looked what I'm doing next, let's see. It is going to be Escape from Durnhold and Sethek Halls. Durnhold is fun, if you like story and stuff, plus it's a different scenery than what I've been doing already. Okay, till then, be swell, stay well, and farewell.